Welcome, you absolute legends. I am former friends. I am Pete. I am back, and today I'm doing my top 10 John Varvatos fragrances because I honestly love John Varvatos fragrances. It's the first house I absolutely loved for the fragrances because, quite honestly, they were a little bit different, a little bit unique. The performance was never quite there for me, but I always put a bit of ISOE or Ambroxan on it, and then I got the performance I wanted. So I was like going, right, I want to do a video. I'm thinking, what I'm going to do? And I just looked at the line and went, it's got to be John Varvatos. Because I have not done much about John Varvatos so far on my journey. But it's one of my special houses that, for me, is just, I love John Varvatos. Now, the other thing is, I will say, there is a few that are missing because I haven't got everything. Because, let's face facts, I haven't. But, for me, we're going to smash into the top 10. And we're going to talk over some real good gems. And the first one is a cheapie of a gem. No one really ever talks about it. This is called USA, and the bottle is crazy. It's like one of the weirdest bottles I've ever seen. But hey, it's one of those fresh fragrances that are a bit unusual. This is now I'm gonna have a fun time trying to get this lid back on. Oh, that's it. It's a real nice fresh fragrance. It's a bit unique. The cost for this is about 18 quid. Yeah, you snap into place. It's about 18 quid, but it's a real good fresh fragrance and massively underrated. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about USA, but again, that's me. I need to do full reviews of all these to get in a bit more in depth for these ones. But John Varvatos USA, first one, 820 quid, bargain. The other thing I will say about John Varvatos line is they're not ridiculously overpriced. I think where they price themselves is brilliant. Now, if they've been discontinued, they will climb a bit. But at the moment, as we see, because a couple of years ago, John Varvatos was looking like he was going to be bankrupt. And at the moment, it looks like they're just pumping out more fragrances. So that's good news. Like the teal, XX teal, haven't got that on the moment. I'm looking for it, but I will get it as soon as I can. There's like the old new XX, and there's a few others. But like I say, I'll go into this. Number 9, this is the beast. The absolute monster that is Dark Rebel. And this thing, it's boozy. It's just a monster of a fragrance. This performs ridiculous. Gives me about 12 plus hours on my skin. It's just, when you want to feel like an absolute bad boy and you dressed perfectly for this. I'm talking dark stuff. I'm talking black jeans, black boots, maybe brown boots, dark t-shirts, leather jackets, and you're putting this on, and oh my god, you smell like the man. This thing is just beastly. Do not wear this in spring or summer. Only in late fall and winter, this is where this comes absolutely in its own. It's a fantastic fragrance. Again, you can find this for about 40 quid, which is good. So that's number 9, Dark Rebel. Amazing fragrance. Now we go to the other end of the spectrum, and we go with a freshy fragrance. And this is Artisan Blue, and I absolutely love every single bottle that they've done for this. And this one's a little bit different to the normal blue fragrances because it's definitely blue, but it's got some green notes in it as well, which makes it a little bit different. Again, really good fragrance. It really, for spring and summer, it could be a real hidden gem for most people. Again, 35 quid. The bad point is the performance on this is only about 5 hours. But if you add ISOE or Ambroxan on it, you get 8 or 9. So that's a nice little trick. But this is a really nice different version of blue fragrance. Like, I don't mind blue fragrances if they're a little bit different. Like, yes, I've got my Dior Sauvage. Yes, I've got the White Eau de Parfum. Yes, I've got Blue de Chanel. But only because of doing this. But this one I would definitely wear in the summer. It's definitely underrated. It's Artisan Blue. Okay, coming in at number 7, The Originator from 2004. It's the original John Varvatos. It's just a very classy fragrance to me. There's nothing to me that says, oh, but what's this about? But no, it's a real simple fragrance. It's a really nice fragrance. Just see if no, it doesn't say. But the other thing I like about John Varvatos is they're always big bottles. They're like 125 mils for pretty much most of them, or 75 mils. But I'm sorry, It's just, I don't know, it's just something about it that makes it just smell really classy, simple fragrance, been out for years, and I love it a lot. So it's my number 7. All right, now we're flipping back to some fresh fragrances, and this is the original Artisan. Now this is a tested bottle, so I have no cap, so that's fine. But oh my god, this is so citrusy and orangey and fresh, and it's just like a smack in the face of citrus. But again, performance on this is pants, but I don't care. I would happily reapply this 2, maybe 3 times a day because it just smells that good. It's such an underrated fragrance. Again, 125ml. Again, you can get this under 40 quid. Oh, to be honest with you, it's a absolute summer banger for me. It'll be something like a bit like Calvin Klein Days. It's that sort of vibe. It's that sort of feeling of it. It's not the same, but it's in the same aura. Great fragrance. My number 6. No, that was number 6. Number 5. Now we're going back to the darkness, the absolute darkness, with Dark Rebel Rider again. Tester bottle, but this thing, it's a little bit different to the Dark Rebel. It's a little lighter, but that's okay. It's not the sort of fragrance that you go, oh, that's just too challenging. It's got enough of an edge to it that you can pull it off in most situations, but it's not the sort of easiest fragrance to like to start with. Say you're just getting into this fragrances, this is not the fragrance you start with. You'd probably go with something a bit further on, but I'll tell you what then. But this is when you start getting into fragrances a bit more. This thing is just a beast. It's not long lasting for us. It gets at 7 hours on my skin, which isn't too bad for John Varvatos, but this one is a real nice fragrance. My number 5, Dark Rebel. Number 4, now this one was a recent acquisition, I think about 2-3 months ago, and I love the bottle. It's Artisan Oud, and I love Oud. Now, I may become of an age where I like Oud. It's not dirty. It's not the sort of fragrance where you go, ooh, what you wearing? Like back off. It's quite a nice oud. It's a little bit lighter than normal. A great bottle. If you have this on your collection and you just see that, you like go, that's just awesome. I have to say, it is plastic, but I don't care. Not over the top. Quite a good fragrance for fall and winter. Again, you're looking at about £50-55. So it's a little bit more expensive, but that's because of the oud in it. Great little fragrance. My number 4, John Varvatos, Oud. Number 3, now this would be the one, if I'm starting out with any of them, would be this one. It's just an absolute banger of summer fragrance. It's Artisan Pure, and to be honest with you, it reminds me a little bit of Prada L'Homme, in the sense of it's just classy, it's luxurious, it smells great. Again, it's not over the top. It's like, it reminds me of like wearing linen clothes, light, going on the beach, just having a good time. But this is a great fragrance. Again, 125ml, no, 75ml bottle, sorry. And again, I'll probably never get through all this, but that's fine. Again, the bottle looks amazing. Great fragrance. Again, you want to start with a John Varvatos, this is the one that you should start with, and then you'll start appreciating what John Varvatos is all about. The scents are great, performance is not. Number 3 is that, which leads me to 2 and 1. Number 2 is just money. It's John Varvatos Vintage. Now, Vintage has got a great note of rhubarb and some fir and some other notes, which I'll go into more detail when I do a full review of this. But this one is just gorgeous. It's brilliant for spring. It's brilliant for fall. Probably not the best for summer, but in the neutral seasons, this thing is just amazing. I love it a lot. It's not the normal side percent, which you go, oh, okay, that's normal. It's a little bit on its own thing. And that's what I like about it so much. So again, 75ml bottle. Again, I'll never get through all this because, let's face facts, I won't, because I've got so many. But John Varvatos Vintage is my number 2. which leads me to number uno. And I've only picked this up, I don't know, not that long ago, and I was blown away with how nice I like it. It's John Varvatos XX Artisan, and this thing, oh, it's another level. It really is. The bottle presentation is fantastic as always. It's one of those fragrances that if you were wearing a business suit and you put this on, I reckon it'll work well in every season. It's most versatile fragrance I think John Varvatos has done. But I think it's just classy. It just smells awesome and I love it to bits. So my number one is John Varvatos XX. So there you go. Right, so there you have it, my top 10 John Varvatos. But I'm going to give you one bonus one because this one is getting a bit hard to find. There's again a tester and it's John Varvatos Acqua. And this is gorgeous as well. Oh, it just smells like the ocean. It smells clean. It smells fresh. It smells amazing. Now, I did find there was a bottle of this. There's a few bottles on eBay going for quite a good price, actually. But again, I've got 125ml bottle. I ain't going to get through this. So I'm quite happy to keep just this one bottle of with the tester. Again, if you can find this, pick it up. It's just a great fragrance. So that's my honourable my bonus for you. As always, let me know what you think about John Varvatos as a line because I love hearing from you guys. If you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up anytime you like. I pretty much respond to most people quite quickly. I'm also on Instagram with my fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.